Guys, doesn't our hair out at the second beach, first beach, I don't know, there's a beach, there's two beaches right next to my apartment, and I always go and clean them up. And this is the much bigger of the two beaches, and actually behind the beach there's this palm forest, and it's got some oak trees in it, and a few grasses. But it's pretty nice, a lot of open space. Technically there's no trespassing back here, but I'm always back here picking up trash because this beach is just freaking, no matter how much I come here, like there's just more trash. Like when we get the big serious storms, the waves will get up really high and they blow in all kinds of trash. So I don't know how many pounds of trash I've come and taken out of here, but it's a lot. More recently, I found out that this beach is only, the two beaches I visit actually, they're the only beaches left on the Halifax River. And the Halifax River is this bad boy over here. I'll show you in a second. It's behind me. Pick up my gear. Cub, there's some shade over here, buddy. Oh, I gotta clean that though. That's okay. Halifax River. There's some shade. Right up here. It's really hot. It's like in the low 90s today. Thought I'd come here. But yeah, this is the Halifax River. It's a really nice river. Probably decently polluted. I know there's plastic that litters this beach all over the place. A lot less than there used to be because I've just come here so often and cleaned it up. But like I was trying to tell you, this is only one of two beach spots, and the other beach spot is on the other side of my apartments over there. And that's about 100 yards worth of beach, and this is about 300, maybe 400 yards worth of beach. And then all the Halifax River in Port Orange, Daytona Beach, South Daytona Beach, Holy Hill, Ormond, like it's all been transformed into like private shores. All of it. Boat ramps. Apartment complexes. And the apartment complexes, they build those walls. I'll zoom in over here and show you. And so the beaches are no more, because they have to protect their infrastructure, because the waves can get really high. They can get like on up there sometimes, you know, and bring in all this trash. So they usually get rid of the beaches, and then all the homes that built their boat ramps, well, those beaches aren't like really maintained as beaches anymore, and they lose all their viability. There's no more plant life around them. It's just really sad. And it's kind of mind-blowing that I've actually been taking care of the only beaches left in Volusia County on the Halifax River. At least in the about 20-mile stretch of the river that I know about, 15 to 20 miles. Like, this is the only beach. You can like look at Google Maps yourself, at satellite imagery, and well, I guess you'll find out where I live that way too. If I edited videos, I would put in a clip somewhere here and show you. But I don't edit the videos. I just record these and throw them up on YouTube for you guys to enjoy. This, I had no idea this was such a special beach. And it made me interested on figuring out how to actually protect it. Because I feel like it's doomed to be developed. It's right next to a whole bunch of development. They have plans to really redo Beach Street here in Daytona Beach, I believe. So I feel like this might be an endangered spot, and eventually they will develop it. The good thing about this place, this beach, there's no actual road out here. Oh, these guys are camping out here, that's fun. There's no actual road out here. There's like a paved like land bridge that connects the mainland to this This is technically like an island area over here. And so it's not entirely easy to develop, and if they did want to develop it, they would have to increase the size of the road, I think, or they'd have to start construction over on that side, which I've never actually been to. But the next low tide we get here, that's really super low, I'm gonna try and head over there and see how messy it is over there. But I'd like to figure out how to preserve this place as a park, and maybe talk to Volusia County or Daytona Beach and figure out if there's some way that we can make this into a county park or something like that. You know, like, there aren't, like I said, any more beaches on the Halifax River. There's some area where you can make parking available, even at the smaller beach behind me. It's only like 100 yards in diameter. There's still, behind it, there's still a lot of forest kind of like this too. It's just a lot grassier. It's been maintained by like lawn mowing. It's overrun by Brazilian peppers, which kind of sucks. But it would be easy to like terraform that and put in a parking lot and some nature trails and take out all the Brazilian pepper and make it into a nice park as well. The downside that I see is that a lot of homeless people, like you saw someone's camping over here. I don't know if I showed it, but there's someone's tent over here. A lot of homeless people like use this area because like it's fenced off technically. Like I said, there's a no trespassing sign and it's fenced off, but you can just, there's a huge gap in the fence and just walk back here. Occasionally I have seen a police officer like drive back here while I was walking and or driving out of my apartment complex. So the police do patrol it occasionally, but there's always evidence of people like camping or staying out here because it's a nice little spot. There's a whole bunch of protected camping potentials like in the forest behind me. This guy's even camping on the beach because it's so nice. There's a lot of shade right here. And these little alcoves, and he's got his tent like set up in like one of those little spots over there. It's, can't say I've never wanted to do it. Like, I definitely want to camp out here. It sounds amazing. I'm just a little scared to myself because lots of homeless people are out here. I don't necessarily know how to take care of myself around homeless people. Like, I'm too trusting of a person, you know, like, I don't have a weapon. But I definitely would like to camp out here. Kind of lucky, in a way. So there's that issue. If like I was able to figure out how to get Volusia County to turn this into a tour park, a lot of people that actually rely on this as a place to stay occasionally will no longer more easily be able to do that. That sucks. But on the other side, if you don't try and go and protect this little beach here, eventually they'll just develop it. And there will then be no beaches left on the Halifax River. None. All private property and beach ramps, which lost their habitability for all this stuff. You know? I don't even know exactly how to get about doing it, so I was like, put it in ChatGPT. It's like, yo, where do I start for this? And then popped up a list of stuff for me to do. But I have a few things on my plate that I'm trying to do right now. And I'm trying to help out an Orange County commissioner who's in her last like 7 months of office right now, and she needs some help. I'm trying to see if I can help her out. She needs help with like a research on certain things involving annexation. I told her, like, I have free time, hit me up. She did. So I'm gonna see if I can do some research on that for her. I'm trying to figure out how to sign spin for myself. I found out I don't need a permit in Orange County or Port Orange or Daytona Beach. That as long as I'm following city ordinances and being safe, I don't need a permit to sign spin. The only thing I need to do now is find a supplier for the signs. and my manager has been very reluctant to say who we get our signs from. He complained about a branch of people within the company that broke off and stole all their tricks and stuff. How do you steal tricks? Like, anyone can do a trick. But the company itself, Arrow, is upset about that. But in reality, that just makes sense. If like someone sees a market and the company itself is domineering, like in my position, I'm not getting paid enough. I'm out in the sun, I'm performing, I'm first or second sign spinner in all of Central Florida in my market, but I'm not getting paid that much, and the hours aren't enough to make a living by, but they really want me to sustain with their company and yada yada yada, and all the stuff a corporation wants. They're essentially using me, and they charge clients up to $40, maybe $50 an hour, and I make $18, $25 out of that, and it used to be less. So the longer you stay with the company, the less they make off of a client, but the more you kind of make more here and there. But I just don't see a reason for it. Like, I'm not an amazing sign spinner. I'm active, I get attention, I get honks, I get interactions, so I'm okay at my job. Like first or second in Central Florida. I know how to do some tricks with the sign. I'm not like fast with it or anything though, but I can leverage that on my own and try and find my own clients and charge them not $40 or $50 an hour, charge them $25 or $30 an hour, whatever I need to make a living. I could probably get away with 25, but I think that would be lowballing myself when the market sets it much higher, and I need to live. So I am trying to find a supplier, and then I need to kind of record myself, and then I kind of need a sales pitch in a way. Maybe I don't. But I know my manager at Arrow, they want to train me in sales, and they've been saying this for months. So it's like a carrot on a stick thing. Like, I've been telling them I need more hours. This isn't working for me. Like, for a while, I wasn't even getting paid the amount of pay I was supposed to be getting. I was supposed to get a pay raise every few months, and they had not been keeping up with that. And I was like, oh. I found out because of the new app that they started making us use. So I was like, oh, so I'm actually missing back pay. I could technically sue these, just want to figure out how to do it for myself. And then when I'm out there in the heat, sign spinning, like doing my thing, I'm like, do I really want to do it? And no, but that's why I'm doing all kinds of other things. And it is something kind of I can do for the time being, but I gotta figure out how to do it for myself. So I need a supplier. I need some suppliers. And that's kind of holding me up. And then clients, I might be able to just walk into certain places that I know and be like, hey, you remember me? I was sign spinning for you, but it was really expensive. Like, a lot cheaper now. I'm doing this on my own. Hire me. So there's that. Still having issues with fucking fleas. They just don't die off because of the carpets in my apartment, so it's just really annoying. It's like at a manageable level, but like it's still really annoying. The rental people, they try talking with pest control, but I've been talking to pest control this entire time. Like, I'm pretty sure it's carpets. Can you move me into another apartment? They're really cheap though. I don't know if they're do that at all, or like blame me for having their carpets infested. I did everything in my power. I've spent hundreds of dollars on sprays and treatments, renting a steam cleaner, buying my own steam cleaner, so that is bugging the shit out of me. Guy's sick sometimes too. He's been really good for the past 3 or 4 weeks, not getting sick. Oh, he's got beach itchies. He's allergic to the beach sand. You don't like it. And then, I mean, my roommate has been, he quit smoking like a month or so ago, and that's very good for him, and he's been vaping, but he's just in his room now, and we don't really talk anymore, so that's kind of straining. Me and my girlfriend, we're not like dating at the moment. We are on some sort of break, and that's because of me, because I'm like just ultimately confused in life, and the only thing that seems to not confuse me is focusing on this. It's still daunting. Did you just do that? A split oak. Oh man, split oak's not doing hot because FWC voted to go ahead and annex some of itself away to Osceola, or the toll road organization. So now they're making plans to go ahead and put the toll road through the park like we've been trying to stop them from doing. But Friends of Split Oak Forest, we're trying to raise $60,000. Valerie's trying to raise $60,000. If you're interested, I'll figure out how you can donate if you want. Just leave a comment. So that we can cover all the legal fees, and the nonprofit can take them to court, and at the very least slow them down so we can get more support from the people. The crazy thing is, like, 500,000 people voted against Orange County, like, allowing for the road to go through any part of the Orange County controlled part of Split Oak Forest. So 87% of the voters in Orange County voted against this idea. Osceola County, which is the other county that controls part of the park, is not allowing it to go to a vote. And so its citizens essentially have no idea that the county is allowing the process to go through. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's the whole thing has been a big handout and write-offs for these mega developers. So instead of buying out the 100 and something homes that are in the way of building the road but are outside the park, instead of buying out all those homes and allowing them to move and paying them whatever fair price that they needed, which is going to be something over $100 million, they are going to pay FWC $43 million so that they can give FWC land that is not necessarily connected to Split Oak, but it will become part of Split Oak, and they will manage that land with the $43 million and turn it into viable forest land. And the thing is, Split Oak is already like super viable, pristine forest, and they're gonna take down 100 acres of it. Not only are they taking down 100 acres of it, I think 60 acres is going to be majorly affected, and then 100 acres total. But where you build the road through, like, you can't burn for a much greater distance, and so they won't be able to burn huge swaths of southern Split Oak anymore. And where the park, or not the park, where the land is being offered, you won't be able to burn that side either, because the road drives right on up past the park where the new part of the land that's being donated is going to be. So you won't be able to manage that either. It's just a shit show, and if we had more people that understood that this was happening and had more weight behind us, it wouldn't happen, because it's all in an effort to build another city out in a part of Florida that's owned mostly by Mormons now that have been ranching it for a long time, but the ranching isn't profitable, so they want to sell it off and make a lot of money and build this new city. It'll be a new Orlando, essentially, in the middle of swamps. swamps and ranch lands. Ranch lands that flood, that's not well drained. So you know, Texas was building in swamps and floodplains, and we have been too. It's just so bizarre, as if climate change isn't happening and they know it, or they don't care that it's happening and they're selling off a bunch of bad ideas, you know? Before people catch on. Which is the same exact thing with the building of the toll road in the first place. The 87% of Orange County was like, no. And so they were like, fuck. Well, Osceola County, don't let this go to vote. We need to do this now as fast as possible before people catch on. That's kind of on my mind, but that's not necessarily my main responsibility. Valerie Anderson, president of Friends of Split Oak, is in charge of that, and she's doing such an amazing job. I showed up at the FWC meeting a couple weeks ago and voiced my support and opposition, and a whole bunch of other people did, and they still voted to annex the land off to the toll road. So yeah, between all of that, AI coming for us, replacement theory, you know, I'm just trying to stay happy here with Cub. Dang, this is a long video, 21 minutes, 22 minutes. I appreciate you guys if you watch these little vlogs, little collections of life that I put out there. I just do. We just do. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that cool fun stuff down below. If you've got any ideas or any words of comfort on trying to preserve this place or anything, you know, just throw them in the comments. I appreciate it. Until next time, peace.